I tried to think of something not just good, but special. It's funny, but when you're a kid, you think your life is normal and everyone else is weird, you know? So I thought everybody had terrible nightmares and saw red glaring eyes outside their windows. I thought everyone was scared of the dark because of the monsters. So when I talked about it at school, I got labeled special pretty quickly. After a few years, Mom took me out of public school and I stayed home with her. Dad was gone by then, but she really tried hard to make things normal and safe for me. Fun, even. But I didn't have any friends. And as much as I loved her, I was still lonely, even before she died. He made a low sound against my skin. I said something good, my queen. I'm getting there, I promise. I didn't have a lot of friends, and I hung out mostly with Mom. But all through my life, little things happened that made me feel like I wasn't alone, that I was watched over. Like, I had a guardian angel. Maybe I'd find a flower on the porch, something tropical and hot pink, when we didn't have anything like it growing on our street. Or a really pretty red leaf in the middle of winter, pressed to the windshield of the car. Or I'd smell something sweet and soothing at night when I was scared. And I'd close my eyes, and it felt like someone was there, watching over me. I didn't know then who it was, but now, I think it was my real mother. Even though she was dead and I had no idea of her existence, she was always with me. I didn't bother saying her name. Thanks to the gesh Azeta Isador had placed upon all Aima, no one living could say or remember her name. I didn't have that problem since I'd technically died the first time I came into my power, when Rick and Daire found me just a few miles from here. My throat ached and my eyes burned, but with happy tears. Even though she knew I had no idea that she even existed, she still made sure I felt her presence. That's pretty special. Mom would always be Mom, the woman who raised me, who died to keep me safe, even though she was technically my aunt. But now I had Aseta too. I had her words she'd written to me. Even if no one else could remember her name, I would always remember. Thank you, Aseta. Something soft brushed my cheek like a feather, though I didn't see or sense anything. Thank you, my queen, Shin whispered. He didn't tighten his grip or press against me, but something tugged on my sixth sense in the bond. I sank deeper into his bond, now used to the gray fog that seemed to surround him. Each of my blood's bonds felt different in my head, and Shin had always been distant. Not that he tried to deliberately hide from me, not at all. His gift of invisibility wrapped his bond and made him harder for me to sense. His former queen hadn't wanted any of her blood's emotions to leak into her head, and so he'd learned a long time ago to keep his emotions tightly under wrap. When I first met him, I'd had to jump off a metaphorical skyscraper to find his true self. It was easier now, but I still had to reach to feel him. Raw need raged through him so fiercely it made my breath catch on a soft gasp. I already knew he was starved for affection, but this? A gnawing black hole ate through his bond. He needed my blood. He needed to fuck, preferably at the same time. More though, he burned to be alone with me, to have me to himself, like this, just me and him in bed together. Even if only for a few minutes. He'd never had that. None of my blood had me alone, except maybe Rick. And even then, how often was I completely alone with even him? With 6 men, all dedicated to protecting me and seeing to my every want and need, it was usually crowded around me, especially in my bed. Shin, why didn't you tell me? The corner of his eyes crinkled slightly, but otherwise his face remained smooth. Tell you what, my queen. Again, he wasn't trying to hide or obscure anything. He honestly didn't know. He was so far removed from his own emotions that he had no idea what I sensed. It was his nature to remain controlled, hidden in plain sight, without